Hi everybody, it's Sabrina, your host of About This Aging Thing. As promised, we are here more often. And today is Easter. Happy Easter, happy Resurrection Day. Happy 420 for those of you who partake. Y'all hear that noise? We have a guest today. Y'all know who it is. But look, why y'all? Why?
Hi! Did y'all miss me? Here come Peter Cottontail. I went down the bunny trail. Finish it with me. Oh my God, it's 420. It's 420. Okay. I see you partaked already.
She's saying that because of all the colors. So listen, I want to apologize ahead of time. I know my shirt is too much for the wall. I didn't think about it. I just put it on because it's spring. I was feeling springy. So
it's cute, though.
I won't do it again. If it triggers a migraine, please don't send me the bill to stop watching. If you got
close your eyes and
issues,
listen
to us and don't watch us because I know this is a lot.
Close your eyes.
And that's a lot.
It's a lot. But it's to kick off the tourist season.
Is today the first day?
Oh, facts it is.
Tourist season.
It's here. Here come Peter Cottontail.
A bull with ears on. That's what I just got a visual of. A big old bull. Running down
Hopping
the streets
down.
of Spain.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
With cotton. No, we can't go to Spain. With cotton ears.
Can we go do the running of the bulls? I really want to do that this year. Can we make that happen?
I don't think my knee.
Okay, well you just get in a wheelchair and go to the side. We can do a race with the bulls and you in a wheelchair. Sign me up.
Ooh.
I digress. It's springtime.
Wow, how you doing?
You know what? I'm great. I was a little tired.
I like your eyes.
You too, girl.
Pretty girl.
Because it's springtime. Because I'm a bunny. Cherry blossom season. Mm-hmm.
Let's cheer to the bunny.
Let's cheers
with
to colors.
You came for me. I didn't send for you.
I love you though.
We are drinking a little I think it was like
splash?
white grape something with mango pineapple vodka. You know,
fruit.
we be making
all
up.
the fruit
We're
of
doing
the
all the
islands. All the
fruit.
fruit of the islands.
Why you gotta bring up the island? Don't bring up the island. We're not talking
It's time.
We're not talking
It's
about
time. Are you taking a trip anytime soon?
that.
I need to.
Nope, I ain't going nowhere.
Somebody come and get me.
Staying right here.
Come and get me.
How's everybody doing?
Oh my God.
I would love for you to get in the comments and tell us how your Easter was today. Send us a picture of what you wore.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put this directly on Facebook so people can see it immediately.
Yes.
People a minute to get to Facebook. And
You told me something
that.
about Facebook, didn't you, recently?
Yeah.
About our shows on Facebook or something?
Yeah, that I'm just gonna post it. It's gonna be on YouTube, but I'm gonna post it immediately on Facebook as well.
Okay, that's
because we get a lot more responses.
Do we?
And a lot more views. Like our views are triple on Facebook, and I didn't even know it because I've been so busy focusing on YouTube, the YouTube data.
Got you.
You know, I like the data.
Right. So sometimes you gotta break that data.
Yeah. So I would love to see pictures.
Okay.
Even if you have bunny ears.
Hi. Show me your bunny ears.
Of what you wore today. Did you go anywhere today? What did you celebrate? And is it blasphemy that Easter is on 420?
Absolutely not.
How do you do both?
Absolutely
So did
not.
you go to church and then go to Piedmont Park?
But you know, it depends on how
change
you
your clothes in the car?
So it depends on how you utilize 420, right?
Go ahead.
I like to utilize it as a form of meditation and relax my mind, right? So, you know, I truly do believe in the medicinal impact of cannabis. It's relaxing you, helping you meditate and get closer to God. That's a story. That's a theory. You want to research it?
No, because you are entitled to your theory. I will say
it could feel a little blasphemy though for most.
It feels weird.
Yeah.
But I don't. Today is a day, right? And I think you are who you are, and I think you should do what you want to do.
Absolutely.
That's how I feel.
Absolutely.
And I don't think you should not do it because it's Easter.
Right.
If that's what you do. If you did it every day.
Absolutely.
Then why skip today?
Absolutely. And then today is the first day of tourist season, so I'm just saying.
That's the reason to celebrate.
I celebrate all of that.
Right.
It's resurrection. What are we resurrecting? What are your resurrection? What is your resurrection? And I think life makes you resurrect a lot, you know. Mm-hmm. About this aging thing really makes
the church message today.
Uh-oh.
Was the pastor said out loud, some of y'all might be high right now.
Oh my God.
a little taken aback by that. I
That's
still don't know what to
different.
do with that. Yeah.
It's different. It's
I also
different.
don't know what to do with them playing boots on the ground at church and where your fans at. I don't know what to do with that.
A lot of churches are doing that, but churches have always done something similar to that. But I think because you're in a different space, they've always done that to try to get people involved. I hear on the radio, every day. I think Frank Ski was back on for a minute, and he was talking about how when he goes out to church and do his motivational thing he does, and how they always have these different secular songs. So it's always been there. It's just a matter of how you do it.
The secular songs don't bother me at all.
So was it the message? Was it the message?
I just thought it was a struggle. It was a stretch to make that song match what he was talking about.
So that's a skill set. Though.
Yeah, I think it was. I think maybe another song might have worked.
Understood.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
And
then they were line dancing for a minute. So.
What's wrong with that? Dancing is of the spirit.
It is.
It is. The Holy Ghost is a spirit. You have spirit dancing.
It might be about that Asian thing for me. I just might be too old school
on some things.
Just
that surprises me though.
Yeah, I just don't think I'd be line dancing at church. But that's me. No judgment.
But you know what?
No judgment.
So if you go back to a lot of let's not go down that line.
Go ahead.
But back in the holiness churches and that type of thing, catching the spirit is always a spiritual dance. Even in our African legacies, if you go back to our tribal beginnings, dance is always spirit and dance always goes together. Mm-hmm. So it's whatever it connects, how you connect to people.
Spiritual line dancing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because line dancing actually helps your heart rate, helps your memory skills, and that type of thing as well. It's a case studies out there. I
love it. I love it.
Yeah, so let's go line dance at church. Girl. Get your spirit on.
Okay.
Her voice elevated. She not gonna do it. Okay.
So y'all let me know. Yeah, send us pictures. When I posted on Facebook, please send us pictures and tell us how your day was and what you did. And have you guys seen like how some people are not doing eggs? They're doing potatoes. And there was something else they were doing instead of eggs because eggs are so expensive. Now, church had an egg hunt today for kids and adults. I don't know who paid for these eggs.
That's always the question, right?
I don't know who paid for those eggs. It's $6 a carton, but there's a lot of eggs. I didn't do it because I felt guilty.
They got a scholarship.
I'm like, if I find an egg, I'm taking it home to eat it. If I find an egg.
Like, maybe they were the fake eggs.
No, they were real eggs.
Were they really?
And if I found an egg, I was like, I'm taking it home. Okay?
So,
go ahead.
You made me think about something when we were talking about the things with the church, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now in your seasoned part of life, like things that you don't do anymore, how much have you changed since, I don't know, how has this Asian thing affected you like that? Do you realize that you're very set in your ways in certain things, or, I don't know, how does it feel to be in our space?
I'm older than you. I'm a lot older than her. I will say that I could get set in my ways, but I have really good people in my life that won't let me. Mm-hmm. You check me all the time. You're on my nerves. My friends check. My daughter checks me. And I even have asked to be checked. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that old lady. I don't want to be that old lady who is my way or no way, or I can't hear you because I've been doing it this way. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be that lady. So I've asked people in my life, hey, when you see me do that, please check me. Please don't let me get away with that. Please don't. You know what I mean? So
I think we all do that though in some ways. But I think unless somebody checks you,
right?
Like I get checked a lot, right? But then I have to breathe. I just take a deep breath sometimes. How do you check? How do you get checked when you don't realize that you're in that space? Because this is a conversation I hear a lot about doing the hormonal changes during menopause too. Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry if we're going down a rabbit hole. I apologize.
Well, we're talking about everything today, you guys. I forgot to say that we're just having conversations today.
Okay,
so
it's resurrection. Let's get it out.
So we're gonna get it out today. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Massage that belly. Massage that belly. What were we talking about?
Being checked and being set in your ways.
Yeah. So how do you know when you're being set in your ways? Like I think when I'm having conversation with somebody and I look at their face and their response to what I'm saying, I'm like, so did I just say something off? You know what I mean? So sometimes people will respond, or they'll come back later and say something like, yeah, I was a little offended that you called me, that you forgot my pronouns or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm using it as an example.
Is that a real example?
Oh yeah, it is.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it is. And I can respect that because that's who you are, right?
So, right. So you're saying that they're them and you call them a she, that they're offended.
Yeah. That particular situation,
so they don't know you or your heart or your spirit to know that you would never do that intentionally.
Right, because they're so guarded all the time, right?
Gotcha.
So I checked myself and I was like, so why didn't, I'm usually conscious about things I do.
Right.
Oh, I've been really busy. I'm tired, I'm rushing around, and this happened very quickly. And when I'm looking at you, I see this person. So sometimes I forget, right? And I think I went back and had a conversation, and when we had the conversation about it, they was like, oh, wow, thank you. They were happy to be seen. Right,
and that you cared enough to say something to them.
Absolutely, because they're so guarded about who they are, because they're usually not received from people. So it was some other things that they were dealing with, but at the same time, my actions and how I go about my business, because most people know me that I work around, and I can't believe I hurt your feelings that I forgot. But okay, I got it. I understand this is important to you, right? And I respect who you are as a person, so
yeah,
that's getting stuck in my ways, because I'm thinking you should know that I was just playing with you, right? Or I forgot, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, I don't know if it's stuck in ways more than you've been living longer and I don't know. Okay, I hear you.
Right.
But I feel like if I know you and I know your heart and you hurt my feelings, or I feel sensitive to what you said, I'm probably not going to feel a certain way about it long. I might have an initial reaction as a human being, like, dang, that didn't feel good. Like, why would she say that to me? But as I think, now we have a different relationship, but I'm saying, like, if it's somebody you know and care about, their spirit in their heart, they didn't mean it that way. And and to double back on that, well, not double back, but to layer that is also when we get older, shit comes. I'm sorry, see, stuff comes out of our mouths. Sometimes that we don't mean it the way it's taken, and sometimes I have felt like, even with my daughter, and we were just talking about this morning. I'm like, but you know me. You know I didn't mean it that way. She's like, I didn't know you meant it that way. But you also don't know what that person's going through.
Absolutely.
So they might be going through something where they took it seriously today, but they might not take the same exact conversation seriously tomorrow.
Right. And what I did, I had to be more vulnerable. So let me say that, right? In a conversation, in order to, when I apologize, I express where I was in that space, right? I said, I have a lot of different things going on. Not just this project we're working on, but my son is graduating. I just got prom. I have this, and this. And sometimes, I forget stuff, right? So let me know. Check me. I appreciate you checking me. But understand that my heart is good for you, right?
Right.
But me opening up and being vulnerable, which is, I think as we get older, becomes a thing that we get very stuck in, being, we forget how to be vulnerable as we get older, which causes us to get stuck in certain spaces.
Yes,
right?
I agree.
Yeah, so it was a thing for me to be vulnerable in that space. Like, I really gotta be vulnerable right now. I don't have time for this.
But see, if you're human next time, make the same mistake. Next month, she won't take it like that because
absolutely
you took time to explain to her where you are.
Right, and this happened probably like about a month ago, right? So. I think over time, like, we start to have more conversation. This is how you can kind of build relationships with people. It's like, oh, I saw you doing such and such. You good? I know you had this going on. Like, oh my God, I forgot. So it brings dialogue, so we can get to know each other better. But we developed a relationship that we probably would not have had if it wasn't for a mistake. We had perceptions of how people are. So it was cool, to be checked on, to be called out, I guess.
Yeah, well,
how you take it?
My daughter calls me out all the time because I got so frustrated today when she called. I said, "Listen, I'm just such a bad person. Why do you keep talking to me?" That was my defense. I was like, why keep talking to me? Like, if I had that many complaints about somebody, I just would stop talking to them. Like, why do you keep coming back?
So, instead of fighting with people, period, I say that. I say, so,
just let me go.
Just leave me alone.
Yeah. Why do you keep talking? That's about this Asian thing. That's getting older. Like, peace. I know you my daughter.
I love you. But,
You out. I'm out.
But somebody reminded me the other day, I have to give a fuck, right? And I'm like...
What? Don't make me laugh. But it's true. And then she looked at me like in disbelief, like, I can't believe you just said that to me. I'm like, just stop talking to me. If I'm just so bad. If I just hurt you so much.
I use that in a breakup.
Stop talking to me.
That's always in a breakup. We have an argument, so like, what? Why you want to be with me then?
Right.
If I was you, I would leave me the hell alone.
Exactly. Sorry, y'all.
I'm sorry.
I know somebody else feels
like
this.
That's the Asian thing.
It is the Asian thing.
But that's a real conversation.
It is.
We love our people, and I love people, right? So I just had to breathe and be like, you know what? I understand. You're right. I do care about you. I do. I'm just in my space right now. You're rocking. Please elaborate.
No, you're good. I'm good. I was just thinking that. Now we talked about memory a little bit about how. So first we have to admit that we're forgetting things.
Right.
That's hard to admit because we don't want it. Because then that lends to, oh, I'm getting older.
Right.
So I say out loud, well, I'm getting older. Not to use it as a crutch, but for the reality check for myself because I forget.
Gotcha.
And then I put things in place to help me not forget. I'm going to still forget sometimes. Still forget sometimes.
That's fast.
Make big mistakes.
Whew.
And I'll be like, hey y'all, I'm getting older and I forgot the entire party. Sorry.
But the back part for me is like, I really want to hear that. I don't want to keep saying I'm getting older all the time. Like shit, we all forget shit, right? And so I don't blame it on aging as much. Like I know there's a part of that that's true. But then there's also that part of, am I owning me not to forget things like that, right?
But it's hormonal, right?
Yeah, it is hormonal. It is hormonal.
Because I wasn't doing this at 30.
We're in denial about a lot of shit, though.
Like what? Name one.
The memory thing is one.
Oh, I know I forget. Go ahead.
That we're,
and I'm getting old.
That we're all more of assholes than we used to be a lot of times, right? Intentionally or unintentionally, right?
But I think we're assholes because we don't care.
Sometimes.
It's like, people think because we don't succumb
but
that we're being asses.
Well, that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing.
Like,
but I think we've been dealing with that in our entire life
it.
because we're black women. I mean,
that's true.
Did you succumb more when you were younger? I mean, like real talk, did you? No. You might have had more grace. Oh, talk. Look at the face. Look at the face.
I'm thinking. No.
Sooner or later, you made a decision.
I'm succumbing now. I didn't succumb when I was younger. I was arrogant and
wow, that's
bossy, and it needed to be my way or it wasn't right.
Right, that's that youthful part of us.
A youthful January Capricorn. That's what that was. And then I did my spiritual work and lots of other work and got to know myself. And now I succumb to the fact that despite all those trainings and work, I can still be an ass. But now I'm an ass because I feel like I have ass moments. I'll say that. I'm not an ass, y'all. Y'all know I'm sweet and demure.
I'm pure.
I think I have ass moments because I'm like, all right, whatever.
No, I got you. I'm listening.
It's not good. It's not. I'm not saying it's
but I
right.
think it's a natural part of life. It's a part of us protecting ourselves. I think in a certain way. In real talk, I think we are hard on ourselves when we are an asshole, right? Because we're not supposed to be technical assholes. But it's a way of defending your space. Just not in the best way a lot of times. But it depends on the situation. Sometimes you got to be an asshole.
Yeah, but I like it when you and Sedaria, y'all check me on it. I like it because I also don't want to use it as a crutch, and I also don't want to be that mean old lady.
Absolutely.
And it starts now. Like
right.
it
started. I think it started a couple years ago.
I think if it's allowed to continue, it just build up and build up and build up and build up, and then I'm 80 and don't nobody like me.
Right, but
I don't want to be that chick.
I don't think you wake up and it just happens one day. I was joking with you, but seriously, it does start a long time ago, right? How you make your decisions, how you move, it catches up with us more now because we are aware of time. I think that's the biggest difference about this aging thing for me is being aware of time and really how I'm spending my time and who I'm spending my time with, right?
She's trying to be funny.
No, shots. No, shot.
Shots.
Not you.
Oh, okay.
No.
Now, I know you're not talking about spending time with me.
No. I'm talking about just in general, how I spend my time in general. If I work 80 hours a week and it's only supposed to be a 40-hour week, I need to probably do something different, right? If I am always fighting with someone to be able to work collaboratively together, I don't need to do that. That's a waste of my time.
Right. And that's in relationships and work.
Right, absolutely.
Right.
So in relationships, it's the same thing. If we are always having a confrontation, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I really want to have a chill, good space. If we can bring peace and harmony together, then I'm cool. Our relationships change, but then even when we do get together, if we had beef a long time ago, I don't hold that beef inside.
I'm just not hanging out with you and calling you for drinks.
Right, but hey, if it's a special time, then let's get together.
Okay.
We're different. That's how we're different.
I'm with you.
Yeah, we're different. I know. And sometimes maybe you should cut people off, but
Speaking of that, I got something to tell you.
Girl, what?
Later.
Okay.
I was trying to see how I can remember it. Okay, I remember.
Okay.
Just say what you had to tell me about Jones. Well, no, that won't work. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, the other thing I wanted to I have a story.
Okay. Oh, girl, you guys do.
I'm
Popcorn.
in Home Depot, minding my own business.
Okay, Home Depot.
In the, okay, I don't want to say it.
Okay.
The nursery area, you know,
Ooh,
where the
garden
flowers
section?
are. Yeah.
That's that.
Who y'all think was there? Who y'all think was there? Who y'all think was in line? Who y'all think was there? A whole
Somebody.
lot of elderly people.
It was a senior citizen discount day.
I was looking for the sign. It's like, is it senior day? What the?
Did you ever look at your water bill? Remember I told you I was surprised like my water bill and I got a senior discount.
No, but I will look at it.
Check your water bill.
I will. She said, well, how old you gotta be? 55? 50.
I don't know, girl. I just take
You know, some
discount
people get a discount at 50.
Yes.
Some give you 52, 55,
Yeah.
60, 65. So I don't know. Okay.
Yes. I think they need to keep up with inflation with that discount. But I'm gonna check what I got. Okay, go ahead.
Back to my story.
Yes, please.
All
Home
right.
Depot.
So I'm at Home Depot minding my own business. Now, I was in a rush, but I do understand that because I'm in a rush does not mean everybody else is. Okay? It's not everybody else's fault that I waited till the day of my event to go get the stuff I needed.
Absolutely.
All right.
I understand.
So I had to go get stuff for these children,
Right. The kids.
that I work with. And so I had to go to get the pots and the soil and the
All that stuff.
yeah. Because I couldn't go to Walmart because they're not DEI no more. So I can't get them my money. Probably would have been easier.
I was going to go to Target yesterday, but
do
they said, no, you remember. I said, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Let's turn around. So don't go out, but go ahead.
Yeah. So this lady, this little bitty lady, I don't know how old she was. You know, you can't tell with us.
Right, you can't.
She might have been 70, 80, I don't know. But she's very vibrant and feisty and,
Oh,
you know,
Love
energetic.
it.
But she was using it all for bad.
oh, not bad.
Raising hell.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Raising hell
We
by
know
some
somebody
damn,
like that.
by some damn mulch.
It was important to her.
Raising hell.
But she was important to
Now,
her.
if she, I want to say, Nana, stop it. That's what I want to say. Just stop it right now.
It was important.
Anyway, it was one girl working, and I'm not exaggerating if I tell you, I was the second person in line because I just went straight, got my flowers, I knew how to get and stop. Got my stuff, and got right there. Man in front of me, you know, he had 3 different transactions. I was like,
Patience.
nobody there was under 55. Nobody. I probably was the youngest one there. I'm not even playing. So I was a little tenderoni, and I was like, "Come on, Nana, Grandpa, let's go."
Okay, keep going.
So Grandpa's moving like this. He's getting his little stuff.
Mhm.
And I was like, "It's not his fault that I'm in a hurry." And you know me, you can do whatever you want as a senior,
You can.
especially if you're my senior. You can do whatever you want.
I know you gotta hold
Anyway,
them
so
accountable,
she's
though. Hold them
standing.
accountable.
She's standing off to the side. I don't know what's happening because I just walked into the situation. Right. The young girl who's in her 20s is ringing us up. She's being very pleasant. And she was about to take the person in front of me. And this grandma said, "Oh, hell no, you not." I've been standing here 15 minutes waiting on somebody to help me, blah, 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 blah. She's just going on and on. Now everybody in line is looking at her. And when I look back, I didn't realize so many people behind me. So the girl was like, "Yes, ma'am, I understand." So she comes out of the little booth and she goes to the next, on the other side. She makes a phone call. "Ma'am, they're coming. You said that to me 10 minutes ago. Blah, 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 blah." So then she goes, "I need to get this mulch because the sale's over tomorrow." So I couldn't help myself.
She about her time.
I said, "Oh, what's the sale on the mulch?" I had to know because you're raising hell. She said, "It's $2 a bag." Now, I really didn't need that mulch. And I meant to go back and get it the next day, Friday, but I was so busy I forgot. So I said, "Ooh, that's good for mulch. I need to go." But my cousin Michelle always keeps me on the sale, the mulch sale. She'll let me know.
That's what's up.
She's like, "Cousin, go to Home Depot now."
You know who's gardening now? Your nephew.
Oh, good. He's representing the young people.
Yeah. Well, he's talking about doing environmental science too. So
Oh, that's interesting.
So he started growing stuff in the back now.
Oh, is he growing any vegetables or anything?
Yes. I threw some packets to the
His
side.
uncle would be
Hold on, I
proud.
threw some packets to the side. I was like, "Hey, earn your key, baby.
Grow this tomato.
Earn your
Grow
key.
these green peppers.
Earn your key,
We
baby.
need salad.
Earn your key."
So what I wanted to say about this lady was she raised all this hell. The girl was so cool. She was so cool, right? Then she called somebody and it was a woman. Well, Nana didn't want the woman.
Of course.
How's she gonna help me with my mulch? They gotta lift it and put it in my cart. And the lady was like, "Ma'am, I got it." if you could just pull your card right here, right where you want to put, she just raising hell, just mad at the world. And then after all of that, y'all, she raised all that hell. She came over to the cashier, who now her computer has gone down. So everybody in line is like, oh, computer, right? So we had to go over to the next register.
This is all at your store.
It's on Home Depot on Cascade Road. And so I said, wait, so you want me to go over here? Are you sure? I said, because now I'm late for work. It's not your fault. I just want to know what we're doing. Because if somebody think I'm jumping in front of them, you see?
Right.
She's like, no, ma'am, we're going to go right over here. I said, okay, cool. So we go over there, and it doesn't work. So then she goes, I'm so sorry. Can I just take you back to the other register? The whole line's moving with me, though.
So y'all do the line dance?
Oh, yeah. You know that little Nana? That little Nana was about 4 feet tall. When she finally figured out how to pull her car up and that a woman could actually pick up a bag of mulch.
Wow.
She got in her purse and got out a handful of peppermints and was apologizing and giving it to the cashier. I was like, I said, don't let that be me, Lord. Don't let it be me, Lord. Don't let it be me. Whoo! So when the manager came, because now you got 2 computers now.
Right. The whole front store is done.
When the manager came, I just said, it was 2 people who came. I said, which one of you guys are manager? So they said both of us, because they thought I was going to raise hell. So I know they were backing each other up. We both the manager. Okay, that ain't true, but okay. I said, I just want to tell you that this young lady has handled herself so beautifully with all these people. And I have to say, too, most of the people in line, I didn't hear no huffing and puffing. Like, everybody was real cool. I mean, I do love Southwest Atlanta most of the time for that reason. Like, we cool. We'll be telling jokes and sharing recipes in the line. But I said, this young lady is just awesome. I said, and that little thing right there, because she couldn't hear me. I said, she raising hell. Trying to give out damn peppermints.
That was sweet.
And she told the girl, she didn't say I'm sorry, but she was trying to say I'm sorry. It's hard for her. You can tell it's hard for her to say I'm sorry. And she said, I know I was a little rough around the edges. You think? I'm a little rough around the edges. But I just, I have to do that in order to get people's attention. And I felt like, okay, you probably feel that way because you're older and you're small.
Right.
And you probably feel like nobody can see you or hear you.
And probably during the time that she was growing up, there was probably real conversation.
And she had to just yell.
You had to fight for yourself back then. Like, physically fight, if you think about the things that they dealt with.
And because she was so little and she was cute, I think people were just kind of laughing. She was like, no, hell no. I said, oh, no.
When you think about most short women,
Nana.
They are all hell raisers, like real talk. They are.
Nana.
They're all hell raisers. I don't know one short woman that's not. I just don't. Because they're so cute and cuddly size, right? That's what people tell me. I'm like, you do know I'm a grown ass woman, right?
Not cuddly size.
But then I'm like, it depends on where we're gonna use that cuddly, conversation at. But anyway, I digress. Go ahead.
That's my story about that aging thing.
She got stuck.
And I watched her, and I was like, that is how I do not want to be.
Facts.
Please don't, because you lose patience as you get older. They say. Now, my
it's
daughter
facts.
tells me that Job got his patience from me because she says I'm extremely patient, and I appreciate her recognizing that in me, and I'm trying to hold on to it, and I don't want that to go away because I'm proud of my consistency and I'm proud of my patience. But my memory, I do forget quite a few things.
So my patience is definitely stretched thin a lot of times. I think that's from the aging thing, but then all that we are dealing with as well, right? So it's a balancing act between the two. I remember stuff, but my patience is getting a little at the end, right? In life, with some of the things that we deal with. So that's the part about that time thing. Yeah, so I can get it.
So we can help each other. I'm patient, you're not. You don't forget stuff, I do.
Yeah. Teamwork.
But
that's in any relationships, right? If you're committed to a significant other, friendships, relationships, when you're together, figure out what your weakness is. And it's hard to admit your weakness as a person, right? I think for a lot of us it is. Because we're so used to hiding it. But if you can admit your weakness and your other partner can do that, and then what they're good at and you're good at, that makes a great relationship. You're conscious of it. You're aware of it. You can talk about it. You're not ashamed of your weakness, right? A lot of times we're ashamed, even at this age in life.
Well, I think it's because we're dealing with it. Like, we have to admit first to ourselves that, oh, man, I can't do that anymore. Right. I can't do what I used to do. So, shame, yes.
And it takes work, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned something earlier. We've been doing this work for a long time. coaching, counseling, being coached, being counseled, and all the different things that we do. That's why we have a different mindset on certain things. Not that we're perfect and pure by any means,
Yeah.
but we're more aware and can correct it a lot faster than most. You know?
That's true. That's true.
So you really don't have a trip planned anytime soon? I'm going back to the trip. I'm just
Why?
saying.
Why should you get in my business? Everybody don't want to know my business. Y'all don't want to know my business. I see.
We need to talk about fun stuff, you know.
Well, I will say that. I heard this lady say this. And this is exactly how I felt. It was at a networking event on Monday at KSU, and I heard her say, she's everywhere, and she's like the president of this and the this and the that. And she's really busy, and she's become a bit of a mentor to me. And I really appreciate her. And somebody said, she's telling somebody she's going on vacation, and they were like, "What?" Because she don't ever go nowhere. And she said, "My husband and I were talking, and I'm tired of saying we're going to do that one day."
Absolutely.
She said, "So everything that we said we're going to do one day, we're doing on this trip."
Absolutely.
I said, "Wow." So they're going to be gone like a month.
Nice.
I don't know how she did that from work, but
Nice.
I think she's been working with Kyle forever. So, but yeah, so I was like, that's exactly how I feel.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna
All
stop
the
putting
time.
stuff off. And I mean, money can be a challenge sometimes, but in general, like I'm just gonna stop putting stuff off
We figure
as
it
much as
out.
I can.
You figure it out, right?
Figure it out and do it.
Absolutely. How you spend your time, because the time is not promised. So, is that your desire for this season? Is to?
I don't know what she gonna say. Go ahead.
You get scared. I get scared.
I know. I'm
too.
scared
I
with
get
somebody.
scared too.
The season to what? What season
So
is
this season,
The spring, sing of spring.
it's resurrection.
Oh, resurrection
It's,
is Taurus.
Yes, it's Taurus. It's 420. What's your focus? What's your vulnerable
My
space
focus.
that you're working on?
My vulnerable space is not to be mean,
Mm-hmm.
because I know I can be. Oh, you know what my daughter said to me?
What she said?
I don't know if you really meant what you said, or if you just in one of your
you did that neck thing,
because
too.
she was doing this to me. She's like, "Are you just in your Aquarius mode?" What the hell does that mean?
We
I got
remember
Aquarius
all that.
moon. I'm in Aquarius moon. So she says I can be very aloof, and I've been hearing this all my life.
Yeah.
You just don't care. I do care.
Yeah.
Okay, so my focus is going to be to make sure I'm more cognitive of people's feelings, and my sense of humor is very different.
Mm-hmm.
Part of it's because I'm from New York, and part of it's because my sense of humor is kind of dark.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to be paying attention. And some people take it very seriously. So I've learned this a long time ago, that I can't joke around like I want to with everybody, because everybody doesn't get it.
Right.
And then it takes too much out of me to explain it, and then I
Right.
got to apologize for it.
Absolutely.
So I have learned, I've seen that I've gotten quieter as I've gotten older. And I think it's also because I'm afraid of what might come out my mouth.
Right.
And sometimes I just don't want to be corny.
Uh-huh.
I work around a lot of young people,
Right.
so I just won't talk.
Yeah.
But I just, people have said to me, you know, you're a little quieter than you used to be. I don't know what that means, other than I just don't talk.
So believe it or not, I'm usually pretty quiet. Psych.
Psych is right.
I'm just very open and transparent, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But I think I like that. I like that for you.
What, being quiet?
No. That you're
Cognitive of other people's
Yeah.
feelings. I try to immediately apologize when I know I messed up,
right.
instead of letting it go,
Right.
because I do care.
Yeah. You have a sad face when you do it too. There's a new song. I can't think of the girl who came out with it, but it's her soft girl era, right? And I love the name of the song. So, you know, embracing that soft side of me is what I'm working on. It's the bunny ears. I'm gonna be nice and demure for me.
So, as is, on this day of resurrection, we'd
Yes.
like to know
Mm-hmm.
what's new for you. Like, what are you going to lay to rest? What has been gone for a while and you want to resurrect it? A part of you that you want to bring back. Maybe you lost yourself. Maybe you didn't know who you were, or now you're figuring it out again. Something traumatic has happened that will help. It'll cause you to forget who you are, or
Life.
not right. Life will do it to you. Yeah. And so we'd love for you to share those things with us, like how are you doing that, as well as what you did today and what you wore. We love you. You had the last word?
You got it. Is it food delivery?
Gotta go.
You gotta go.
Love you guys.
Smooches.